tonight's the night where I take everybody away from their computers to stop playing Elden Ring and make them look at their computers and play Things from the Flood.
We're just gonna sneak in references, and you're not gonna understand, but all the cool kids out there are gonna know what we're talking about.
No, you're not, Sean, because you're in the 90s now, and there's no Elden Rings invented yet.
Are there thingies, though?
There's Elden Loops, though.
There's Elden Loops.
Elden Twists.
Elden Floods. Well, hello, welcome. We like to do fun things here, and today that fun thing is Things from the Flood. I have my four lovely players, Abby, Logan, and Sean.
We got a new person.
Who's the fourth?
Are you playing?
It's gonna be a great session. I'm with it. We're gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Four, including me. And does anybody want to give a 2-second recap of what last happened?
Chom and Mark.
Chom and
Mark.
Yeah. Didn't you say Chom and Mark?
Yeah.
You said Chom and Mark.
I said Chom and Mark, but there was a comma in my brain. But the robots might not be using a comma.
There's no commas in binary. Unless
there was a rabbit with tank tracks. There were some monkeys. I fell downstairs. Everything else is a blur.
Everything else is a blur.
Also, that lady's crazy.
Insane.
Which lady?
Dr. Liv Hemmenchild.
Oh, yeah. You know, Dr. Liv.
She has seen Elizabeth's shadow walk across her living room and hear her voice, so it's questionable.
Yes, that is true. True. And just so everybody knows who Mark is, who the closest person to Mark should tell us about Mark and his unfortunate demise.
Mark, he had a locked calculator, and I totally broke up with him.
And he's dead now.
And he's dead now, I guess, also. He had bricks for eyes, and I took the bricks.
You're permanently broken up with him now.
Who really broke up with him. Okay, and where you guys are at the Torslunda Marshes.
Of course, how could I forget we're at the Torslunda Marshes?
Yeah, you all knew that. Currently surrounded by lovely little
baby robots.
Baby by they're not actually babies, but
baby Russian robots.
Baby Russian robots. You are in the Torslunda Marshes being kind of herded in a direction by these wild and crazy robots that if the Lost Boys from Peter Pan were robots, they would be these robots, but like rusting and decomposing and covered in feathers and war paint. So yes, they can't really talk to you too much, as evidenced by Chamin and Mark.
Are they speaking Russian? Like, are they speaking a different language, or they just can't speak very well?
They are speaking a different language. So they are speaking Russian. But they have broken Swedish, which I am interpreting in my broken English. And so they know that you'll like at least recognize the name Mark, or they hope you'll recognize the name Mark, because you guys succeeded on that last roll. They're trying to lead you across the marshes to that kind of shack area.
Okay, cool.
Little island in the marshes.
I think Mick was getting dragged away by these robots, but like not actually. Like she's
like
going with them.
Gently tugged.
Yeah. It's a little ominous, this shack in the marsh, right?
It's in a tree.
Oh, it's a tree house.
Very naturey. It depends on how you interpret ominous. I would say compared to a lot of things around, it's maybe a lesser ominous compared to like decomposing scientific experiment
On a scale
collab.
of 1 to 10 ominous, it's like a 4 maybe ominous.
It's like a 4 to 5 ominous. Yeah, I mean, like, could be creepy swamp just because swamps are creepy, or like could be actually ominous.
Are these conscious robots?
Yes. Like
Can
conscious as in you can
I
discuss.
empathize with them?
You certainly can.
Okay. I'm gonna use my broken Russian. I took a semester of Russian.
Oh,
And they have
perfect.
broken Swedish, so it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
And I wanna just Mick is getting herded away. I'll try after and try to communicate with these things and see what they want from us.
Okay.
What they
You pick
really
them.
want from us.
Which robot do you try to communicate with? The one
Ooh.
dragging Mick?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Cool. That will be just the normal.
Empathize. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Woohoo!
Good job.
Great.
So 2 questions.
Yeah.
What
Is it
does
legal?
she want?
They want to bring you to the shack to meet someone.
What will they What does she feel about us being here?
You can tell that they see you and they feel pretty sincere and they feel a little sad. But they like really are like sincerely trying to like talk to you and like communicate. You can feel there's something they want you to know.
Mhm. This is just such a good cross-cultural experience, guys. And
Lucas
Meanwhile-
is not happy about this situation.
yeah, what's Lucas doing?
Meanwhile,
He is probably watching Mick get pulled away and is like, Mick, what are you?
Lucas, they want to take us to the shack. Come on.
And then he just starts plotting. Defeated.
so are you guys gonna let yourselves be herded along?
Yeah.
Okay. So they take you on this kind of windy path to what you see is the treehouse in the distance, and you can see like they don't let you step too far off the path because like you look over and there's like a trap, and you look over and there's like another like snare or something. So they have like booby trapped the marsh in addition to it being
Right?
Ominous levels are going up.
Okay.
more
Glad we
ominous
won't be
than
able to
an
escape.
abandoned lab with robot tank rabbit. Don't know.
It wasn't booby trapped, so
It wasn't booby trapped. You're right.
It was monkey trapped.
It was ghost trapped.
It was ghost trapped. So you get to this shack, and you can see, like, now that you're there, you can see that there are other ones on the ground, but this is the biggest one there, and like I said, it's a treehouse. So they gesture for you to come up, and you can hear somebody who says, like, come on in. And you ascend unless you choose otherwise to go into
was
that
it in
treehouse.
Swedish?
It
And
was
did
in
it sound
Swedish.
like a human?
It sounds like a robot human. Like a robot speaking like a human.
Okay.
Like that.
Did they have a southern roll?
They have a
Swedish
very
equivalent.
they have a very strange accent. They sort of have a Russian accent, but they sort of have a like American country accent for some
Oh, the good old
reason.
Russian American robots.
In Sweden.
In America. lived in Russia, ended up in Sweden. It's fine.
Oh, you'll only find out if you go up into
I'm
the
going up.
treehouse. You're going up?
Yes.
Okay. Come on in.
Yeah, we're going up.
Okay, you enter. Mick, are you the first one up?
Yeah.
Okay. You enter, you pop up, and you look around, and you see sitting down at a little like dining table is a robot who's just completely covered in feathers, like full almost Native American headdress of feathers, full cape, feathers just like everywhere. Cape, Jurassic Park 90's blanket. It is yellow. And he is also like the other robots. I mean, not discernibly like a different make or model or anything, but also decomposing and kind of just rickety. And you know things about
Oh, I know things about
mechanics.
things. Yep.
And you can tell that they are all in a severe state of like decomposition, like they've never been repaired, and they're just kind of like wasting away essentially. So this character waits for everybody to come in and then introduces himself
I
and
go,
says,
shaman.
he's like, well, yes, I am a shaman. And you look around and you see stacks of cowboy books just littered across the floor.
What a taste in literature.
And they're like the dime novel kind of cowboy books from like the 50s and 60s, like American gunslinging books. So you assume that some of this colorful vocabulary comes from his love of cowboy westerns. But he sees you guys are all there and he says, come sit down and have some tea. And so he sits you all down. He knew right away that you were tea drinkers, pours you some cold tea, and puts a plate of cornbread on the table.
Now, what's the quality of this cornbread?
Is it pink?
Unusual. It is in fact pink. If you cut into it,
No, not eating
he
that.
serves everyone a slice, and you can see inside there's a little Swedish fish poking out. And so serves you all cornbread and pours tea for himself, and then just takes a sip and lets the tea like run down the front of his body because
Sir
obviously-
Shaman, you shouldn't do that. That's gonna make you more rusty.
And he's like, oh, he's like, that's the least of our problems. He's like, please enjoy. It's so rare that I get visitors.
Is your main problem here.
He goes, that recipe was given to me by one of my dear friends. Please
What was their
eat.
name?
And yeah, so the shaman just sits you all down and is like, I'm so glad I could meet with you. I know you were close to Mark, and at this point he like looks over and looks at Birdie.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you knew that we knew him. Your friends here sort of knew that already. But
Yeah,
we haven't met any of you.
Yeah, did the other robots come up with us, or they
no,
down?
they let you.
Okay.
They're like, it'll be tea party time with shaman.
Did you like connect to us on another world, or I don't know. But yeah, I was close to Mark at one point. I totally broke up with him though, if that's what you think.
Shaman's like, so that's how it was. And he just goes, oh, Mark was one of our dearest friends. He came to visit us often and took a lot of pictures. And so he took a picture of you once, and that's how we knew that
He was
who
a
you were.
photographer.
He was a photographer.
I told him never to take a picture of me. I don't like it. I don't like technology.
It messes with your auras.
It steals a piece of me and puts it on a paper, and I'm not okay with that.
I didn't know about that at the time. And so yeah, but the shaman is basically like, I wanted to talk to you because I knew you were close to Mark, and Mark was our good friend, and we miss him, and we're so sad that he died.
How do you know he died? Oh, did you put feathers or flowers on his body?
Yeah, that was us. We we were the ones that found him. We were able to at least honor his body after his passing, but we were we also, a few of us, the ones who led you here, saw how Mark died, and so they alerted me to his passing.
Well, Sir Shaman, Mark just told us so much about the Totem Clan and how much he loved hanging out with you guys.
I don't know if he liked the Totem Clan, but he did hang out with them, and mainly us. But the Totem Clan, we call ourselves here, and he like gestures. We call ourselves the Vagabonds.
You're not the Totem Clan?
Not the Cowpokes or the Lone Rangers.
Yes. He's like, we're the Vagabonds. There wasn't a Totem Clan here until that doctor came around.
Oh. Does the Totem Clan have a shaman?
No. Not that I know
So
of.
they're spiritually lacking, is what you're saying.
Are they robots like you guys?
They are. They were
to-
once. They were once vagabonds, not robots.
Oh.
They were once vagabonds, but they chose exile and that doctor.
So wait, how did Mark die then?
The Totem Clan and the doctor, Dr. Liv, came to us one day, and she started talking to all of us before the Totem Clan, while we were all one happy vagabond tribe. And Dr. Liv came to us, and she said that she had a way for us to procreate and have a child.
How does this relate back to Mark?
Doctor, and as she was telling us, she was saying that she now had the means by which we could have children. And as you can see, he gestures to his body. We are all decomposing. While we worship life, we are outside of the circle of life. We cannot create. But this doctor, she awoke within a few of us the fierce, burning desire to have the ability to create life themselves, to be part of nature's life cycle. And so a few of them broke off and decided to name themselves the Totem Clan and go and listen to this Dr. Liv. So that was about
you don't like Dr. Liv?
No, I don't trust her.
And
we were just at Liv's house, and she ain't been there for a long time.
You shouldn't trust her either.
She's still with the Totem Clan?
Well, the Totem Clan, like I said, it was a fierce and burning desire. I think some of those robots
very fierce.
Some of those robots didn't have, they were so desperate for the ability to be a part of life and not, kind of this slow wasting death that we're living.
Dr. Liv really awoke their totems, huh?
Those totems. And so
That's okay. I was wondering where the name came from.
I can't talk about. I don't know about that, but the shaman is just basically like, I wouldn't be surprised if
she was dead.
they took, they, either took the doctor, killed her, have some sort of,
Wait, okay, but I like
greater
the story,
force.
but what happened to Mark? How did
Oh,
he loop back into this?
the shaman's just like, I don't know. I saw, I didn't even see. The other robots saw that he was attacked by the Totem Clan one day, and they were the ones that moved his body and left him there, and we
Did
were the
they
ones
see
that
like
decorated it.
a monster flesh robot thing? Perhaps.
No, didn't
Did
didn't.
Mark ever like talk to you on a deep level about his dreams?
His dream, like his dream for improvement or his
No, I
literal
think he
dream?
had like a nightmare or something. He saw like a monster.
No, he didn't talk to me about that, because I don't really dream. But
I don't dream either, Mr.
Thought robots
Hammond.
dream
are
of
you a
electric sheep.
robot?
I'm not. That's offensive.
Is it?
Mr.
Just
Robot
Shaman's
Man,
like,
sir.
weird.
Where is the Totem Clan located?
That
Because I don't really want to meet them.
I think they settled down in a bunker somewhere, some cave bunker.
Let me guess. Is it Bunker KAB3?
That's it.
Oh, I'm glad we didn't go there
Lucas
first.
just puts his head in his hand and is like, why? So okay, well, great. Did Lucas? I mean, not Lucas. Sorry. Did Mark forget his camera here? Leave his camera here, or did y'all ever find his camera?
His camera, he usually, he's always got that with him, or, he has a
His
dark
calculator.
room. He's got a dark room in his house, so I guess it could be there.
I don't think it's there.
I don't think it's there either. Well, we know it's not there, but I don't think any photos we need are there.
Yeah.
Okay.
He likes to take pictures of, he's taken pictures of us before. He likes using us as subjects.
Because where did the camera? We know he lost it, but where did he lose it? I thought it was in the marshes.
Swamp. Yeah.
In the swamp.
Because the calculator. Let me see.
The calculator said he lost it.
Yeah.
The calculator said he took a photo of the Totem Clan
Mm-hmm.
when they took Dr. Liv, but then they caught him. Saw the thing from my dreams. If you find this, you have to. So it's either like still in the swamp, or the Totem Clan probably has it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my determination.
That tracks with what the shaman knows.
Well, we kind of want to find that camera in case there's like important stuff on there. Could your friends, could the vagabond tribe help us find them?
Mm-hmm.
Can organize a search party.
They seem to know the marsh. Also, you've littered the ground with traps.
Yeah.
For those that would try to make their way to you.
Well, as you can see, we're not originally from here. And he basically tells you about how in Russia they were ostracized, and they're just used to having to protect themselves so people don't hurt them. So
Well, we
the
don't want to
traps
wander through the marsh.
Yeah, you don't want to wander through the marsh, but the traps are not meant to really hurt anyone. They're just meant to keep people away
Mhm.
that they don't trust. So you want to go ahead and do that. I feel like that would be a how do I want to do that? How do I want to do that?
A roll to get them to help us.
Lead them to help you. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I think it's maybe like charm. That's usually to get people to do what you want.
Okay.
I think charm, lie, befriend, and make people do what you want.
Sure.
Because lead is for you or
Mhm.
for the kids, basically.
Okay. Then yeah, do charm. Or if you want to wait for Logan to get back.
I can do
I'm
charm.
pretty charming.
Okay, yeah.
But how does helping work? Well, you can help me, right?
Oh yeah, I can lead you.
Or lead me. I forget how that works.
I don't
You
think there's
gotta-
like actual help, but lead
There's
is
not
the help.
actual help.
Yeah.
There's the
There's not
lead.
burning wheel help.
Not burning wheel help.
I'll lead you though. We're like asking this shaman questions and stuff.
hmm
Okay. You have to roll lead.
Ah! Can I use my luck from last session?
Yes.
Yay!
Yay!
Perfect. Okay. So that's 2 dice into this charm. We are just so charming. So
Yeah,
sweet, so helpful.
So the shaman just is like so grateful that you eat all the cornbread that he's been saving.
No,
That
Lucas does not eat that corn. He pretends.
yeah, I mean he thinks that you ate it. Like he got to serve it. He got an
His
opportunity to
version
like
of eating is letting things fall down his face.
Yeah.
So Lucas
Yes.
brings the tea up to his mouth and like to his lips, but
Yeah.
doesn't actually sip it. And
That's
is like
totally fine.
so good.
The shaman got to like do the ritual of
Mhm.
having tea with people. Which just he's over the moon about. So you successfully charm, and you're going to use that charm to ask them to help you find the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, if they can help us find the camera.
Okay. So the shaman just like whistles to the other robots and tells them in rapid Russian that they're looking for Lucas's Mark's camera, and you know they scamper off and go about the hunt.
I had another question to Mr. Shaman, and this question is, Mr. Shaman, Lone Ranger man, do you know anything about a Hephaestum?
No, can't say I do. Not rightly. Hephaestum.
Okay, it's some type of thing that Liv maybe was interested in. I don't know. We're gonna.
The shaman is basically like she came those few times, and she only talked about like basically making a robot child. She didn't talk. She didn't explain herself at all.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know, just the shaman will just be like, I know Mark like went to Dr. Liv's therapy center, but I don't think he knew anything about her side project. Her basement, if you will.
The skeletons in her closet, more like bunnies and monkeys.
Bunnies and monkeys and robots, oh my. Yeah, so I will say, you know, like you guys wait however long. He probably pours you another cup of tea. We've just convinced the robots to look for Lucas's camera, Logan.
Mark's
and
camera.
Mark's. I keep
There's
doing
so
that.
many
Why?
names.
So many
Mark
names.
and Luke and John.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And
It's easy.
one of them scampers back and has, you know, like a mud encrusted camera, and like scampers back and like hands it to you. And the only other thing is, Lucas asked the shaman if he knew anything about the Hephaestum, and the shaman said he didn't. He doesn't know what that is. So yeah,
Neither was Birdie.
happy robot, very proud of himself, hands camera to.
How long does this take
Okay,
them to
thank
find?
you.
Probably an hour.
Probably a
Didn't
while,
I
yeah.
see it? Like off in
No.
the distance?
I don't think so.
We saw something like glinting, but I think it was stuff from the shack.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, there's just kind of like decorations glinting in the distance, not necessarily the camera.
Okay. Lucas is gonna give it to Mick because Mick's good with technology.
Thanks.
And be like, maybe we should see if we can develop the film somewhere if it's still safe. Apparently, he had a dark room. We could go and check that, or you could probably get something together, right?
Yeah. I know how things work.
I know how things work. I know things.
Yeah.
Your
Home
school
dark
might have a
rooms.
dark room.
Do you
Like,
have
do
to
you have a
develop
photography
negatives? We could
class?
just look at the negatives, right? Like,
If it is a film camera, because this is pre-digital,
Yep.
you can just look at negatives through but you have to develop them to get the negatives. So like when
Okay, okay.
you camera people out there, don't come for me if this is wrong.
It's been a long time since we've used film cameras.
Usually you don't get the negatives from your film until after you've developed it. Let
Okay.
me put it that way.
Sure. Well, we
Because the
can
film's
just take
light
this to our
sensitive.
local Swedish Walmart and have them develop it.
You could do that.
I mean, what if it has pictures on it that we don't want people to see? Does Mark
They
have a
don't
dark room?
usually care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did say that Mark had a dark room, so I guess we have to go
But
see
then
his
we have to
dumb
deal
aunt.
with Mark's family. And I don't want to
We
do
could just
that.
sneak
She's a
into
very
his dark
nice
room.
lady.
You guys could contact for a dark room. That was not Mark
Oh,
related.
the high school probably has one.
Yeah, maybe. Do you know the photography teacher? Maybe Lucas would know. Like, because he does after school stuff, so maybe he sees other after school people.
Is there like a photography club?
Yeah, maybe there's a photography club.
Yearbook?
Sometimes they take. Oh, yeah. Well, there's always yearbook. That's true. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'll contact to see if I can find someone. Bum, 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 bum.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice.
Success. You find the person. So who's this person? This person is. What's a good Swedish name, Sarah? You've got a list somewhere, don't you?
Birgit.
Birgit. Birgit is the sports photographer for the yearbook. And so I see Birgit a lot. I talk to Birgit a lot for all the hockey games and stuff, interviews, whatever we're doing. And I'm like, well, yeah, Birgit talks about developing films sometimes. Let's see. She lives pretty close to, I think, you, Mick. So maybe we can see if she knows how to get into the dark room.
Maybe she
at the
has
high
her own
school.
dark room.
I mean, maybe she's pretty into the photography stuff. I think she wanted to do it later after school, after high school. Okay.
Great.
Bye, Mr. Chaman.
Shaman is
Shaman.
like, come visit anytime. Come back now, y'all. You hear?
No, thank you, Chaman. Goodbye.
Did we ask them real quick before we leave? Did we ask them about the red light at all?
No.
No.
But I don't think they'll know.
I had forgotten about the red light.
I'll just on the way out. I'll be like, Mr. Shaman, if I can call you Shaman. You're not my shaman, but you're a shaman, I guess. Do you know anything about a red light? Does that have any significance beyond the words red and light?
No. I would say The shaman has no idea.
Okay. I was gonna ask about a rust smell, but I think one can't smell, and two, you do smell like rust. So
I just had
Very
a
confused.
horrifying thought.
Okay.
I also have had a horrifying thought. Now
I'm very uncomfortable.
I'm also very uncomfortable with it.
I feel like it's the only way this ends, and I don't like
hmm
Where are you going next?
We're gonna emigrate away from Sweden.
Too bad, so sad. You can't do that. You're stuck here.
Oh my gosh, no. I hope we're thinking the same thing. Okay, let's go see Birgit.
Let's go see Birgit. Maybe we can convince her to end us.
Dark rooms usually have a good amount of chemicals.
Okay, so you're gonna go to Birgit. It's a Sunday, I think, right? We're still on the weekend.
Yeah.
She's
Weekend.
probably at her house.
She's the most
Most
popular
likely.
kids in school. She better be at home when we come calling.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Also, I have to be able to get in contact with her. So.
yes, yeah,
Per the
no.
rules of the role.
I'm just saying, like, for context, you're going to a house.
Yeah.
Drive up in style.
Okay. What song
As
are you
always.
blasting when you drive up in style in your Vespa and sidecar?
I feel like
Good 90's song.
what's a 90s song? We Will Rock You. Is that 90s? I think that's
No,
90s.
but it's a
Is that I guess is that 90s
It
or
would have-
before?
it would have been
Perfect.
invented, yes.
What?
Invented, created.
Does the Vespa have a radio, or does it just have 3 like headphone jacks that we all plug in?
There's no headphone jacks.
no
There's no
headphone
CD
jacks.
players. There's a boombox that we've placed on this Vespa.
You can plug things into that, right?
Not 3 of them, probably.
Well, that
We can
Mick
get like
has scooped it up.
we've got splitters.
Slice things together.
Okay. So you can't hear the sound of "We Will Rock You" as you charge
No,
down.
they
We
can
do.
still through our headphones. I mean,
Mhm.
we're blasting it still.
Yeah.
It's just muted.
Okay, you park the Vespa. Are you going to knock on the front door? Or are you just gonna like call out and hope she gets there? What's your method of getting to Birgitta?
You know
Birgit.
her, Lucas.
Wait, sorry. Say that again.
Are you going in her house to talk, or are you just calling her to like come talk to you in the driveway? What's the
Yeah, I'm just gonna knock on her door.
cool? So you knock on the door. She answers,
She's just a girl I know. Hey,
and she's like,
Birgit.
"Hey, what?
This
so
is-
what do I owe the honor?"
Yeah, it's good seeing you. Sorry, I hope we're not interrupting anything. You know, I know you're busy, but I kind of have a favor. Like, we found this camera. Is Lucas good at lying? I don't think he's good at lying.
I don't think
so he
he's
starts
good
to
at
look
lying.
really nervous
Starting
and
to sweat.
shifty and like sweaty. And he's like,
Okay.
we found this random camera, and we don't know what's on it at all, but we want to definitely.
Mick comes up and like puts her hand on his shoulder. She's like, "We need to develop this film. Can we do that here or somewhere?"
Got it. She's like, "Oh yeah, I have I took over my older sister's closet, and it's like now my dark room. If you want to do it in there." And she like tries to look at the camera to see like what kind of camera it is.
Uh-huh.
Do you
Like,
let her know?
No,
or
this
do
is
you
like
want her
a
to do it?
confidential cool kids project, but you can see it when it's done.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just-
cool kids only.
Okay.
All living cool kids that are
She's
still
like-
Not
here.
that you're not a cool. I mean, you can see previews of it before it's actually done, but not yet.
She's like, cool, got it. Like, everybody's gonna be so excited for whatever this project is. Like, I'm really, it's gonna be great. So she leads you to like her little teeny tiny dark room that she's made out of her sister's closet. And yeah, lets you guys go to it. You are going to do this yourselves?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we can
What?
make a tinker roll or
What?
something.
What?
Yeah, what skill is this?
What skill is this? Is a question that I also have.
It's like
Tinker?
tricky.
Yeah.
It's like tinker.
I was gonna say tinker.
Or is it like science-y comprehend?
I mean, it depends how we do it. Like, if you have,
Mm-hmm.
we could make another contact or charm. We could make a charm roll to make Birgit do it for us,
I don't
And
think
then-
we want her to do it though.
Do it and then forget it.
or we could make a comprehend roll, maybe to have her, to understand her telling us how to do it, or Mick could just do it, probably with a tinker. I feel like, or no,
Yeah, I
maybe
would
a calculate.
calculate. I would accept. Calculate would just be like if
That's a
Mick
question,
wanted
I
to
guess.
understand it on her own, kind of a thing. So like you could
Mhm.
either do calculate or comprehend, I think, to like essentially get to like an easier understanding of how to do it. But I think to actually do the thing, you'll have to tinker.
Okay, I can tinker.
Tinker with
No
those
problem.
chemicals.
Yay!
Ooh, girl, you did it. Great. So you need a certain item, and that is developing that film. So yeah, you do it. I mean, developing photos takes kind of a longish time. So, you are there for a while, but you do it.
We have to like
And
hang up things and then like let them dry or
have to-
something.
yeah,
so
you
we
have
can
to
go
let 'em
hang out with
dry.
Birgit in the meantime.
Great. You have, the negatives, and you, I guess, can now just have a stack of photos that you can go through and look
Cool.
at to see. So you guys can take that to your super secret hideout or look at them there with Birgit, but
Not with Birgit.
there's definitely in the dark room, like you couldn't see a whole lot of what the photos looked like themselves, so you don't actually know what's in the pile yet.
I'll go retrieve the photos and like maybe Birdie and Lucas are hanging out with Birgit downstairs or something. And I'll like
Okay.
flip through them and see if there's one that's like kind of interesting but also not that important.
Yes,
You could
there's
just leave behind.
definitely like, because the photos are in sequence,
Yeah.
right? So you have like one photo and then everything else is like gray. Like there's maybe like one photo and then everything else, actually no more photos had been taken. So like you kind of see that there's a break in like the line of images captured. So you can tell like when the last photo was taken, and that's the one that he was probably talking about
Or don't
in
look at
his
that
little
one.
calculator note.
We're just finding one to give to Birgit, right? Be
Yes.
like, look,
Yes.
this is our art project.
Yeah.
A leaf.
Yeah.
This robot.
Yeah, and so there are pictures of the robot. So like if you could find a cool picture of like the shaman, or
Yeah. That's
he
good.
took pictures of like graffiti that they did, so you could just give her like one of those
Mhm.
in the front, and head them out.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so I'll come
Birgit.
back down. I'm like, hey, Birgit, like, here's your super secret preview of our great photography project. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for the dark room.
Whoa, so cool. She's like, I've been seeing this graffiti everywhere. That was you guys? Cool. And she like, you see her going to go call her friends and say those cool kids visited her and got to meet her.
Oh my
Bye,
God.
Birgit. See you next game. Go
Bye,
Griffins.
Birgit.
Oh, great. Okay, what are y'all up to now?
Okay, we're gonna leave this house. I feel like
Yes.
immediately flipped to the final photo.
Mm-hmm.
You
We're
just
we're huddling on the porch. Like,
throwing away the photos. She just like goes to her porch and finds all these photos discarded. And she's like, "Cool performance art, man. Art is disposable." Yeah. So you find the last photo. You want to look at it right there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You see it like Mark must have been hiding behind something because there's kind of like a few blades of grass or whatever. But he was right outside of like Liv's house, so he must have been like in the bushes, the neighbor's bushes, and he's taken a picture, and you can see that Liv has been basically like being taken by these broken down robots. They're not any of the robots you saw at the swamp, but there's one robot in particular who looks a little different. She's missing an eye, and you can tell that they're just, taking her by force. There's no like Dr. Liv is kind of in a screaming position or, twisted and is like, ah! Yeah. And they are off to who knows where.
well, we know where.
You know
Is there
where.
a date at the bottom of the? Is it like a Polaroid where it comes with a date and a time?
No, I think that only happens if you do it at a store at the like that's not an arty camera doesn't do that. That's like a like a disposable camera does that.
And I zoom in on the newspaper that's at the front door and
You
see what date it is.
enhance.
I enhance.
you
Computer
want to-
enhance image.
you can use your super psychic powers.
Well, if I want to do that, we have to go back to PF Liv's house and do a seance.
Okay. You can tell, let's say the moon has just come out, and because the moon cycles, you can tell
By
what date it is.
heart. I've had them
Huh?
memorized every day
Yeah, so
of my entire life.
what day it is because you can identify the moon in the sky.
Okay. I have an astrology degree, guys.
You
Astronomy
do.
degree.
If you want
So
to roll
astrology
Are you
comprehend,
an astrologer?
Okay, yeah. I want to see maybe like how long ago it was. Maybe not the exact date, but
okay.
what was that role you said?
I would say just
Investigate?
comprehend. Or I
Comprehend.
mean, technically they're different. I think investigate is
Mm-hmm. That makes more
better.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Boop. Boop. What?
Yay! You know that moon.
I know that moon.
Okay, so one of your questions is how long
Mm,
ago was this?
Yeah.
Is that moon
Um,
illegal?
Is
Is
that
that
moon
moon
legal?
illegal? Is
That moon
kidnapping
is
illegal?
not illegal. In fact, it happened. So that happened like you assume the night that Mark died. Like that is
When was that? Do we know that when that was?
yeah. So I mean, he left a note for
Oh yeah, so
you
it
guys.
was like 2 days
It
ago.
was it was
Oh.
recent.
But
Okay.
why is Liv's house in such disarray then?
Because these robots came and just took her.
2 days ago?
None of the neighbors noticed.
No, they didn't notice you guys.
Or the
That's 'cause we
baboons
have this
running
thing.
around the neighborhood. Wait, was her house was in disarray like it had been tore up or
Yeah,
that she hadn't cleaned in a long time also?
tore up. But then there were
Tore up.
like the mice had not starved,
Mm.
but the rabbits had.
Yes.
They just
So
have high metabolism, I guess.
for sure, Mark passed away recently because you guys found a fresh body. And the moon, at the very least, is if not that very night, it was real close still.
Well, the moon is the most knowledgeable of all celestial bodies, and so she would not lie to us through this picture.
She would not. I mean, she's changeable, but not that changeable. So,
Okay, well, does that tell us anything?
Not really.
Not
We
really.
already knew she
you
was
know,
taken.
she
Oh,
was
the
taken.
one-eye robot.
There's a
Oh.
one-eyed
We've got
robot.
cowboys versus pirates here.
Cowboys
Nice.
versus pirates. You got Dr. Liv taken probably to the bunker. Totem
Well,
Clan.
Well, I don't
See?
want to go to the bunker.
They have
She-
tattoos that say the Totem Clan on them now.
This seems like her problem.
Okay.
Does it
We
look like
still
that?
don't know where the red light's coming from.
I know
So-
where the red light's
Are you guys at the arcade now? Where are you?
No.
We're on the porch of
We're-
this woman's house.
You're
Yes.
still on the porch of the house. Okay.
We're whispering
Or
furtively.
whispering loudly, yeah. Well, okay, we have to go to the bunker.
I
All
mean,
signs point to the bunker.
We do have to go to the bunker, Lucas.
But I'm really tired, so let's go to bed. And then we'll go tomorrow on a Monday.
These
Let's
things
skip-
just killed Mark. And
We
you want
don't-
us to just go to them?
Do we know how Mark actually died? Did
Yes,
that?
the shaman said that the totem people killed him.
Yeah, but
These
did he
totem
say
robots killed
how?
him.
By an electric shock.
They spooked him.
They electric spooked him, and everyone knows how dangerous an electric spooker is.
Well, then we just won't get spooked.
I'm already spooked.
Birgit sticks her head out and she's like, "You guys want some coffee to go?"
Why do we need coffee, Birgit? It's like 5 p.m.
She just assumes you're cool kids, and that's what cool kids do.
I do.
So she like goes to get you some, and then you open the door. Like, she doesn't come back. Like, she opened the door. She'll be like, "I'll be right back," and you just notice that she doesn't come back.
I'll knock on the door.
investigating that.
I knock on the door.
Yeah, you can't ditch us. We're the cool kids.
So are you going to just stick your head in and see where
I'm gonna
she went?
knock.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah. She has collapsed on the floor and is staring off into the distance, and is just totally comatose. And like the coffee pot has like fallen.
I'm gonna make sure she doesn't get burned by that coffee pot. And I'm gonna shake her and say, "Birgit, don't let the red light take you!"
And you look over, and the same thing has happened to her sister who was watching TV or whatever. Like in the other room, she's just.
Wait, are they
Why
like?
is it happening to us?
Were they watching the same TV? Like, it doesn't look like she was looking at the TV.
You can't tell unless you make a roll, but
I will
they,
investigate this after you're done waking her up.
you can't wake her up.
Okay.
Are their parents home?
Yeah, they're home. Do you want to look at them?
No!
Yes!
Yeah, let's find
Lucas
them.
is pacing and hyperventilating at the front of the house. He is not handling
Okay.
this well.
I'm
Okay.
gonna pour myself
Um,
a cup of coffee and go find these parents.
Are you good at leading?
Yeah.
See,
You want to lead my investigation?
Give
Pour
me
me a
sec.
cup of coffee.
there's just enough coffee. You guys have like 2 little demi tassos, which is what cool kids drink anyway. Great. So you're leading Logan.
Well, I want to go find the parents, but I guess that can be part of the lead.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Like
be
you're scouting.
investigating duo.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. No problem. I'm gonna be upset.
Okay, that's fair.
No.
You're
Oi!
extra upset now.
You are extra upset.
Is this the one where something has happened to our relationship?
Yep. That is the one where if you fail a lead, there are repercussions.
Oh, do you have to check another condition too?
Yeah.
She takes 2 conditions
Yeah.
right away.
Oh no.
I'm upset and scared.
Okay. I think you find the parents and they are silently crying. And also, if you look over at the sister, like tears are just like rolling down their face. And you cannot wake any of them up. And as you go out into the street to get help or whatever, or just to like see what else is going on, you notice that like somebody has just fallen over on a bicycle and like
What?
so you're real scared and upset.
Okay, guys, I know exactly why we were not affected. Many months ago, many moons ago, I made little dolls of each of us, and I put warding spells over all of them, and I think that has done it, but it's a one and done thing. So I hand out jade to everybody and say, "Now hold on to this because the spell's going to be gone. So if it happens again, we need to have this jade, and it'll protect us from
Lucas is
whatever
like,
has happened."
okay.
Do you still want to investigate even though that lead failed?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I think I
And
offend you by offering you this coffee that I've picked up off the ground. I feel like that's what happened.
You
I go,
only drink tea.
"Oh, I only drink tea.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want that." Okay. Can I use my oracle cards somehow? Can I shoehorn them into this?
Sure.
I start laying cards in front of this instead. Birgit, is that her name?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like having her draw cards and see what's happening to her.
You just take your like limp hand and
Yep.
smash it on a card.
You like bouncing rod her limp hand. Ouija board it over the oracle cards.
I
Wow.
love it. Okay.
Question: what has happened here?
Let me tell you what has happened here. You can see that they are all receiving some sort of like empathetic experience. Like they've tuned into a frequency essentially. And that they're all kind of like trapped in this terrible, painful experience.
What card was drawn for that?
What card was drawn for that one?
The Eight of Swords.
Okay.
Of course, it's a bad omen. Okay. What I'm gonna ask, what threat can I perceive here? But I want to know in the context of like, how can we not have that happen to us? Because it seems to have happened to literally everybody, and I know my spell is powerful, but what else can we do?
You can tell that you've really just you have caught glimpses of it. But you've been so focused on like what you've been doing. Like you haven't had really a lot of downtime. Like most people have been like pretty relaxed. They've been, kind of just very in a receptive state, I guess is my point. And you guys have been like focused on
I iterate to the
doing
group.
things.
Okay, we literally cannot relax. You must be feeling emotions, and if you are feeling empty at all, they will insert their emotions into you. So just, I take back the jade and I hand out some, I don't know, turquoise, and I say, this stone will make you feel sad. So if you start feeling nothing, start feeling sad instead.
And I'll give you, since you had, I think you get another question since you had extra successes.
Oh my god. Okay. What does it mean? What does it mean to me, Birdie?
Now, what's hidden here? And where is it?
It means that whatever's happening is getting stronger.
I'm scared of. Okay.
And you can tell that it's painful, like it's a painful experience.
Okay. So reiterating that prior point of always make sure you're feeling something, I'll just help along by saying that we're now on a time limit, so really start feeling nervous. And then if this does start happening, it seems incredibly painful. So also feel fear. Okay? So to reiterate, sadness and then nervousness and then fear.
Lucas is just like curled up into the fetal position on the floor.
Good job, Lucas.
You're doing
Rocking
great, Lucas.
himself.
I love this fetal position. Just maybe try corpse pose next, but okay. But I'll
Great.
reiterate time limit, so
There's
let's go.
nothing, and like you can't. I will also say there's like nothing really that you can do.
Yep. Except to go to that bunker, Lucas.
Birdie, we cannot go to the bunker.
What are we gonna do? You want to end up like these ones?
We have to immigrate.
We have 3 options. We can either do whatever's happening to them, we can go to the bunker, or we can go to the aunt's house, and you've already ruled that one out, so we have to go to the bunker.
Can somebody help me first?
Oh, we should go tomorrow. I really want to rest. I'm quite tired.
I thought we weren't allowed to rest.
No, just
We're on a
go to
time limit. There's no
go to
relaxing.
sleep with fear and then wake up with fear as well.
We have school tomorrow.
We
Lucas,
can
no
skip.
one's gonna be at school because they're all comatose, probably.
We don't know how long this is gonna last. I mean, and it could just be in this area. I live kind of far away.
Sleep over with Meatball.
What if it's affected? Are there animals around? Like, are birds falling out of the sky?
I would say no animals are affected that you can see.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's run to the arcade real quick and see if it's going crazy everywhere on our way over.
Okay. I mean, just driving down the street, we can probably tell.
Yeah.
Cars are crashing into things, fire hydrants, water flying in the air. A plane comes down.
I would say so are you guys going to go to the arcade?
We're going to head that way.
We might change plans depending on what we see.
Depending on what you... Okay, so from what you can tell, definitely something weird happened in this neighborhood, but like it's not... It stopped or you're out of the area. Like not everything is not universally affected.
Okay. See, I was right. It's only this area or something. I don't know. I think we still have some time. Y'all are not. I'm not in the best mental state right now. But y'all are not looking so good either. I think we just need little bit of rest, go to school.
No. We can't go to school.
I can't just skip school.
Lucas, yes, you can.
No, I can't, because then it goes back to coach, and then I get in trouble and
Here.
kicked off the team.
What if we go early in the morning, like 4 a.m.?
What if you
We
get a
Go to the bunker.
sick note?
A sick.
Yeah, say I'm comatose and I'm seeing a red light.
I can't just lie, Mick.
Yes, you can.
I mean, I can, but I can't.
You don't have to lie. You say, "Here's my sick note." That's not a lie.
If I'm sick, why would I go to school with a sick note?
That's what you do Tuesday. Say, "Sorry, coach. I missed practice," but that's we can even make it back to school if we go in the morning, like Birdie said.
Just think of it as we'll drive, you can run. It's like you're working out before school. You're going for a nice jog to
I
a
mean,
bunker and
I
back.
won't have a problem getting up at 4 a.m., but I don't know about you two. You're not early birds last time I checked.
I do midnight yoga sometimes. I'll just stay up a little late. I'll stay in corpse pose for 4 hours. I think it's just called sleeping, but I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay,
We do a sunrise mission to the bunker, then we
sunrise mission and then
get to school at the first sign of trouble.
Yeah.
No, we have
Yes.
to solve the problem at the bunker.
No, we have to not get killed like Mark. I have to go to practice.
Mark was not very strong. Just bring your hockey stick and you can whap everything.
Well, of course I'll bring my hockey stick. Who do you think I am?
Not Mark, so we'll probably survive. R.I.P.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what are y'all doing?
Going home.
Going home. You're scattering.
Yes.
Are you looking to talk to an anchor?
Yes.
Absolutely. I
Okay.
leave. I've been like,
Who
remember,
wants to
guys,
go first?
turquoise, don't relax.
Sadness,
anxiety,
then nervousness,
fear.
then fear.
And break.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to go first for a downtime anchor scene?
I'll
Okay.
go first.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
going to embody sadness in their anchor scene.
So you go home.
Yeah.
What does your dad usually do on the weekends?
I think he has like a little garden that he takes care of in the back, and he does like
his
a lot of that.
petunias.
Yep.
Immaculate.
Yep.
Okay. So he's out there fussing with the petunias.
He's fussing. And I think maybe like Friday we got grades back on something.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been kind of ignoring it because bigger things have been happening. But now Birdie told me to be sad, so I'm gonna look at the grade I got on this paper, and it's not very good.
Perfect. Okay, are you gonna like talk to your dad about it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna take go help him in the flower garden.
Okay. Yeah, he's like you're handing him petunias to like put in the beds or whatever. And he's just like, "What's up, honey?"
Oh, how's your headache been? Better?
Today it feels pretty good. It must have just been a passing thing.
That's good.
Haven't heard from Alex today though, but
he doesn't have to be like here all the time, so I think that's okay for him to be like away for a day.
he's like, "Oh, I was a little sad I didn't get to see him, but
That's good. Sadness is good."
And he's like, "What's up? How was your weekend? What were you up to?"
Oh,
I saw you
we just
kids
been like
running around.
going around town. We did some like a photography project that we're working on. Pretty fun stuff. But speaking
Oh.
of sadness, which I said is good, so I got back that essay that Birdie helped me with on Friday. And it was not great.
Oh no! How great is not great?
How great is not great? Like 65%.
Oof.
But
We'll pretend that makes
we'll
that's
pretend that
Swedish
makes sense.
grading.
But that's probably pretty high for Swedish grading.
Yeah, American grading.
American grading equivalent of like a D.
Got it. Got it. And does your dad get like? Is he usually mad at you if you don't score? Like,
I don't know.
what kind of dad
probably
is he?
not. He's probably just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like he's like, oh, that sucks. Like, you were working so hard. And I know Birdie really did her best to help you. And he's like, well, maybe, you can talk to your teacher and get some, a chance to rewrite it.
That's a good, I mean, they've been helping me.
Yeah.
Trying to help me. So that is a good idea.
Yeah. He's just kind of like, I was never good with words either. Flowers were always my first love and language. Who needs to know history anyway? And he like makes a weird dad joke. But he seems like your normal like he seems as normal as your dad ever is.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we'll try next time for your essay. I'll try and help you and see if like 2 heads are better than 1.
That'd be good. Maybe I can write about flowers and then it has to be good.
Yeah. See, that was the problem. Subject wasn't flowers. And with that, he feels like he's done his dadly duty of, comforting sad child, and continues like digging up this bed. Unless you had any other subject you want to bring up with him.
Nope. That's good.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, Sean, do you want to embody nervousness or fear?
I embody both at all times. What are you talking about?
That is his baseline.
Yeah. So Lucas goes home, of course, and per the usual, the only person there to greet him is Meatball. And so is Purr. So he gets Meatball settled and probably brings out some extra food so that Meatball can stress eat for. This is why Meatball is so bad. Lucas doesn't let himself stress eat because he's on the team. So he gives Meatball extra food to stress eat for him.
Meatball is just going to town.
Please, veterinarians, don't get mad at me. I know it's not good for the cat. But in this fantasy world, Meatball is immune to weight-related problems.
Yeah, Meatball is eternal.
Exactly. Meatball is beyond mortal comprehension. And so he is
Meatball's
just like
stress eating for you.
Stress eating for me on the table next to me while I make myself some dinner. And I think he's like trying to tell Meatball to be nervous too with him so that they both don't go comatose from the light. And he's like, okay, Meatball, I need you to listen to me. We need to be really nervous and worried. Birdie said so, and they know the best about everything. And so like I know you don't like the squirrels outside sometimes, or thunder. Think about thunder, okay? I get nervous before games, so I'm thinking about that big game we got against the Orcas in a month. I'm worried about that. And so you need to be worried about thunder. And then also when
I feel like
you know,
Meatball
Meatball does
yawns
not look worried at all.
and falls asleep while you're doing this. Meatball
Like
is like
curls
at
up and
peace.
starts purring.
Yeah.
And that makes Lucas more nervous because Meatball isn't nervous, and so he's like, "Okay, Meatball, come on, we gotta work on this, Meatball."
Just starts making biscuits on you.
Like, I
um,
understand. Great.
and so that just continues for a long time, and he
And
doesn't
you're
sleep very
somehow
good.
soothed, but not too
I
soothed.
am soothed, and I fall asleep eventually.
Got
Set
it.
my alarm nice and early.
Perfect. 3
That
a.m.
yeah, something
for a
like
4
that.
a.m. mission. All right,
Um,
Birdie, you're up.
yes, okay. So I have to do fear with Guru Petals at the Pagoda. They're having a seminar called Your Money and Me, a financial literacy course.
Cool.
It costs a lot of money to attend the seminar.
Perfect.
So I take some money from my dad and go to the seminar. It costs probably like $75.
Got it.
Corona.
Um, we convert things just automatically. Um, yeah, and I will
Is this like a large like is this like an auditorium? Is this like a classroom? Is this like 2 other people?
it probably like in the yoga studio, it's just
Okay.
them and me at the moment. No one else is attending, I guess.
Okay. Thank you so much for attending today's Your Money and Me session.
I would never miss one, Guru Petal. You know
Ah,
that.
You are my
I
best
need to
student.
know about my money and you.
And you're so wise, my student. Something about your aura feels disturbed today.
I've really
What's
been
what's this
channeling a lot of
energy?
fear.
Oh, fear.
Yeah. I'm not scared of anything. I'm just channeling fear, and it's really taxing on the psyche, I'd say, to force yourself to feel an emotion like fear when you're not scared. But I guess, I don't know, maybe I do have a lot to be scared of. This is beyond the realm of financial, but no one else is here, so let's just change today's seminar to something else. Um, have you
Fear is at
seen?
the
Yeah.
root of money issues anyway.
Oh,
You've cut
goodness.
right
You're
right to
so
the
right.
so you've been channeling fear, but fear is
Also been
always an
channeling my
illusion.
money to you. It makes perfect sense. Okay. Have you seen a red light at all? Maybe smelled some rust, had a headache, fell into a coma and started crying
My child, I've been in a deep meditative
for
state
32 years.
these last 2 weeks. I have not experienced any of those things.
Ah, I should have known better. Um, well, okay. Maybe you can help me with something else. Tomorrow I'm going to, how can I say this? Tomorrow I'm going to the bunker of my mind. And while I'm there, I might be shocked with harmful thoughts. And
Mm.
there might be um robots. I don't know how to make that one into a mental. So
We all have mental programming, my
we all
child,
have
it's
mental
true.
programming. So there's some
You
hostile mental programming.
mm, yes. Well, we
What
all have to
advice
reach
do you
this
have?
stage where our hidden wounds are exposed,
I know,
and
it makes sense. And
yes.
I know my 37th chakra will be in that bunker. I just have to get to it. What
Mhm.
advice do you have for me on this journey?
Guru Petal and the pagodas is, basically like she's like, "Well, we all have to do our own shadow work, and once you confront your own shadow, your 37th chakra will open on its own. You
Mm,
know, there's well, the only thing to fear is fear itself. Once you go to that bunker and look with your own eyes, you'll see that your wounded child is really scared of things that a wise high schooler would not be scared of. So go with an open mind. And
With a
if you
bunker,
ever
okay.
need me, I will be sending you all of my positive energy and light
Okay.
from my sacred yoga studio.
Okay.
You're never alone.
So you're telegraphing empathy across the waves? Okay, great. Just I guess all of us have our
Keep
own
your
spiritual
frequency
guidance some
high.
way. I'll keep
Yes.
my frequency open. Okay.
Keep your fear frequency at a maximum.
Okay, and with that, I have no more fear about this bunker. I have an open mind. Then my shadow's gonna be there. I don't know, something like that.
Your shadow / your inner child. Who
Mhm.
knows? Um,
And I'll uncheck upset because that was calming.
it'll make sense once you get there, essentially, is Guru Pedal's message, and it won't be scary. So just go and you'll be fine.
Mhm. Then I write her the check and hand it over.
Perfect. Thank you. Most appreciated. And you're like, she's gonna go buy herself some really deluxe vegan foods to eat tonight. Um, Great. Okay, so you go back home to sleep, I assume, or are you laying in corpse pose somewhere else?
Um. Ooh. I will go in a non-creepy way. I'm gonna go wait outside. Wait, we're neighbors, right, Mick?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can actually just be in like my dining room or something, like watching Mick's house,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
trying not to sleep, and then like I want to be up before Mick and like ready to go so that she's impressed with my initiative. And so when I
okay.
see her getting down, I'm gonna like already go and be like sitting in the sidecar, like ready to go. Like, come on, we're on a time limit. We gotta go. We gotta get to that bunker with an open mind, confront our childhood shadows. We gotta get him back to practice before school. Let's go.
Perfect. Sounds good. Yeah, so you don't see your dad at all. He's just probably like already in bed, kind of a thing.
I check and make sure he's not crying in a coma, but otherwise I'll let him go.
He's not crying in a coma, and I feel like as you pass along the hallway, you see, like you said, you had photos of your mom in every, like in
Yeah.
your room and in every room. So you look over and you see that your mom is no longer in the photos. Like she's gone. She's phased out
Are
of
the
the photos.
photos still there?
Yeah, yeah, photos are
Oh.
still, but like, but like Harry Potter personed out
You
of
take
that
that back.
photo.
Yeah. Nope. You take that back. Okay. Well, I will continue to channel fear. It comes a little easier now.
Oh God.
Okay, cool. All right, so Mick, Birdie is waiting for you in the morning, and she looks great.
Yep,
Do
I
not
come
tell
out.
Lucas about those photos.
I'll save it for when you're not scared enough, and I'm scared that you're gonna be receptive to
Do
the
you feel
empathy, and
Too
I'll whip that out.
relaxed?
Are
I
you
come
relaxed?
out with a large cup of coffee. She's got like big dark circles under her eyes. They're like rubbing them. It's like Birdie.
I'm doing like sunrise
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
Like,
Your
oh, good
morning
morning.
Ugh,
sun salutations.
Birdie, it's so early.
Yes, but we have to confront the bunker with an open mind.
My mind's open.
Not too open.
No, don't worry. I'm
Not too
scared
open.
too.
Okay, just the right amount of open, but not too open. Let's go.
Got some coffee.
No, don't ever offer me coffee.
So
You really
cute.
shouldn't drink that. It's really bad for your um spirit. It just replaces your spirit with caffeine, and that's not healthy.
I'd rather my spirit be caffeine than what it was when I woke up, so that's fine. I drive down the street with my coffee in one hand, driving in one hand.
She's a cool
on the
girl.
road, and you're just bobbing and weaving from lane to lane.
Mhm.
Well, there's nobody on the road because it is 4 in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We are cruising.
Okay. You get Shay Lucas.
Okay, Lucas, ready outside. He's got all of his school stuff, his hockey stick, and I think he's put on some pads too,
Oh,
like
nice.
to get ready
Cute.
to fight. He's got
Okay.
his. I don't think he has his helmet on right now, but he's got like definitely knee, shin, whatever, elbow guards and everything.
Great. And you guys know how to get to the bunker because you looked it up at the library last time, right?
Mhm.
Great. So Mick, you should have like no there's a bunch of entrances. I feel like we said that
Yeah.
last time.
It's
And
on what Eastern Blacklight Lands, and
Yep.
there's a couple entrances dotted.
yeah, so there's probably like a road close to it, but like not straight up to it. So you can probably like drive pretty close and then you have to like find an entrance on foot,
Okay.
kind of a deal.
We want to sneak up to this bunker.
Probably want to park a little ways away and then go the rest on foot.
hmm
Is it impossible to traverse with a moped?
Like to get all the way up to the bunker by moped. Nah, I would say I would probably make it a 2 difficulty.
Okay.
With a sidecar. A moped with a sidecar, like,
Yeah, it's a lot.
is a lot.
The real thing is we don't want to be spotted by anyone. If there's any sentries or whatever. Do robots go to sleep?
Gonna go with no.
Nope.
The
I
shaman
don't
said he
know
didn't
anything.
dream, so I'm guessing no.
Okay. Well, good for us. Okay, so
We're just
we
sneaky
get there.
sneaking.
We're gonna sneaky sneak.
Sneak on up to the bunker.
Yay. Y'all sneaking?
I'll sneaky sneak first.
Sneaker! Go!
Sneaker, no
Yay!
sneaking. I'll give a success to someone. One of you has to decide who gets it.
I have 2
I
dice
get
in sneak.
I will. You have 2 dice total?
Yes.
How do you move around?
She has this like toolbox or tool bag on the back of Rudy all the time, and she like like hoists it over her shoulder and goes clinking all the way.
No, I meant like, how do you make a move roll if you don't have
Her
more
move
than
is
2
does
bodies?
two.
My
Oh
move
my
is
God.
3,
Rudy.
and I use Rudy.
Okay. Well, I'll roll then. I have a success. I had an extra success on a previous roll about the bunker to get to it, so I now have a bonus die about the
Mhm.
bunker. I'll cash that in now. So 1 bonus die. Mm, 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 mm. And I didn't sleep and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, check your pride.
Oh,
Or
can I
not
check
pride,
my
what is it?
Your
Shame.
shame.
my
Shame.
shame? Already? Sure. Yeah, I'll check my pride. Can I do that before I like if I fail a roll, or do I have to do that before I roll?
No, you do it
Yeah,
after.
You
you can do it
can
after.
you can do it after, but if you just spent it now, you would just get an automatic success. It's not like a reroll.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll spend it now. I'll be like, what I have visions, so we'll be sneaking, and then I will just like feel that I don't know, that we can't be out in the open for the next like 2 seconds or something, and it's a close call, and then I just drop everyone to the ground, and we don't get seen.
That's cool.
And I'll check
Okay.
it.
Cool.
Okay. So a success.
Okay, so everyone sneaks, I guess, to the nearest entrance.
Yeah, so you can see that it's like basically like literally one of those bunker like twist open entrances where it's like a vault but
Mm-hmm.
facing parallel to the ground. You have to like open it up like a bomb shelter. And you guys
It's
can
closed?
step on down. It's closed but not locked.
Okay.
It's not like hard to open. It's just you have to kind of like crank the wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we're gonna go on break before you descend into the poorly lit darkness that is the darkness of bunker KAB-3. Yay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, what's in that bunker?
I don't think this is gonna go very well.
Oh, hi! It's time for scary times with Sarah and friends. So, we're back. You've just opened the creepy hatch to the creepy bunker.
Mhm.
And I forgot to mention that as you open this bunker, screams resonate up from.
Human
Monkey
screams?
Yeah, it screams.
Like
Indeterminate screams.
human?
Indeterminate screams.
Are there more monkeys?
From what you can tell, it's not a monkey scream.
Is it an ape scream?
From
A
what you can
hominid.
tell, it is, it's just a recognizable scream. You're not like, that's a weird ass scream. Never heard that before.
Okay. Well, I'll say, well, you know what that means. That's the shadows of our childhood. And then I'll head down that
Yeah.
ladder.
Birdie, what does that mean?
Birdie, no! Oh my gosh.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
you
pull out
can.
my lantern and also head down.
Oh, good job with the lantern.
I don't need
Not like
vision. I
every
have.
robot in this place is gonna see us.
They're
They probably have
robots. They
night
probably
vision.
have night vision.
No, they don't just give every robot night vision.
You're gonna live. If the robots choose to live in a bunker, they probably have night vision.
You guys go down
Mhm.
into this bunker. And you see on the walls there's graffiti everywhere, kind of like the Vagabonds graffiti, but also you can see that it's like machine plus human. Like before the Vagabonds kind of just, it was naturey stuff. This is like a melding of man and metal, kind of a depictions of cogs and wheels and
Ugh, what a
half
grotesque
human.
art.
Yes, very creepy in the low light, even with this lantern, kind of holding it up to the walls.
Thank you for
You,
illuminating that. I would have lived my life without knowing there was that graffiti there.
You're
you
welcome.
guys, you can tell that you're on the first, like the highest floor. There's, from the screams and the like mechanical sounds that you hear, some sounds like they're coming from below you. So you can continue to go down. It's just kind of like a long entryway. So you kind of have no choice but to follow this one tunnel until it opens up into something else. So that is what you can tell so far.
Birdie, this is great. I'll never not be sad, nervous, and scared again.
You can feel all three at the same time right now.
I think I'm feeling more than 3.
Let's go. Okay, Lucas, remember, get that hockey stick ready, and if you get scared,
that hockey stick is ready. It is fight first, flight second.
Mhm.
Helmet has been put on.
If you get scared, just close your eyes and envision a hockey puck and hit a goal, a basket, a net, hit something.
It's okay, Birdie.
Sports. Yay, sports.
It's sports.
Okay, so you guys are continuing down the hallway.
I have a
Yeah.
piece of jade out in front of me.
Okay, good. You guys keep going down this hallway. Everything looks, as normal as it can be. And you reach kind of, a courtyard almost, a big open room. And you can see that there's 2 sets of stairs going down, and there's just like empty crates everywhere. Doesn't seem like there's much going on. And you see like slight movement in the corner.
Mm,
Birdie.
mm,
Psychic powers. Figure out what it is.
Can I investigate?
Yeah, how are you
Far
going to
away.
investigate?
How am
From
I
far
going to
away.
investigate? From far away. I'm going to take this jade, I'm going to throw it into the room and see what happens. If something like scurries out and eats it.
Okay. Okay, go for it.
Oh no.
Oh!
Yay, successes! Okay, how do you want to play this? Do you want it to be questions, or do you want it to be actually you throw this jade and you want to like see what happens?
I'm gonna throw the jade, but the question associated with the jade is like, what threats can I perceive here? Does anything target the jade, or can I?
No threats.
No threat. Oh,
No
we're fine then.
threats.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel threatened.
Um, what is hidden here, and where is it?
You can, I guess, since you don't perceive any threats, you can get a little closer and see that there's just a robot who is essentially like all of his limbs have been taken off. He's just kind of like a head and a torso, essentially, but he's still sentient. But there's something wrong, like with his jaw, and that's what you saw moving. Was kind of it's just like swinging, and its eyes just blink in the light, and it's just kind of looking at you, but totally incapacitated.
Okay. So then, just to confirm, how can I get past that? Just by walking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's totally incapacitated. It can't move or impact you in any way.
Okay. And then I think I
Can
get
we try and
another
talk to it?
question because I have
Yeah.
plus
Yeah.
You
3.
got so many.
Um,
Or yeah.
I get 2, and then I have 1, and then this is the last one. What happened here to that robot? Why is it in such bad shape?
You can tell that this robot, um, it's been disassembled for some reason. Like it's not like it was in
Not
an
rusted
accident.
apart. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
It's been
not like it was in an
purposefully.
accident. It was like it has been intentionally parts have been taken off of it intentionally.
Hmm. Okay. Well, good thing
Yep.
robots don't have spirits, else that would be really bad.
That would
What
be
if we
really bad.
fixed it and asked it questions?
Robots don't need mouths to talk. Peek my head in. Hello, robot.
But then it might like us more.
Well, maybe I can use that as leverage.
The robot does not answer.
Okay. Can I go see if I can tell if he could talk originally and like why he's broken?
Hmm. What are you gonna roll?
Calculate? Is that right? Yes.
Do it.
Is it an illegal robot?
Yes.
I'm not
It's
re-rolling.
illegal for you to know about it.
You're not what?
I'm not re-rolling. I fail.
Okay. Okay, so you're not checking a condition to reroll.
Nope.
Got it. Okay. What do I want to happen? You are going to see the red light.
No.
Yes, you get to just briefly, we'll say like 10 minutes. You go,
Briefly.
you
Small-
get to this
small amount of
robot.
time.
You get to this robot, you make eye contact as much as one can with a robot, and you just go completely limp and feel intense pain. And you have visions of this red pulsing light, excruciating pain, and the sound of like screws on bone, and the smell of rust, and this rhythmic like pulsing, throbbing kind of feeling. And you don't really know, like it's so intense. You're like, am I dreaming? Am I just hearing what's around me? Like it's really hard for you to like tell like where you are, like what's happening. Like it kind of is all just It almost feels like a dream that happened to you, kind of a thing. But overall, you are just have some 10 minutes of
Great.
intense.
You want me to mark a condition?
Do I want you to mark condition? Sure. What condition do you think that made you feel? The
Upset.
Okay. Upset. I'm upset.
I'm
Which
upset.
that fit all of them. Every
Yeah.
single
I
condition
know.
applied to that.
Broken.
You just moved
Typically
straight to
broken.
broken.
You don't get to move straight to broken just yet,
I
but
know.
that's
Just
always an
yet.
option.
Oh, so she just like what falls onto the ground in front of us?
Yeah, she just kind of does what everybody else did and just like is silently crying and staring sightlessly in front of her, immobile.
Okay. Yeah. Lucas freaks out. He's like, oh, it runs over to Mick and is like, grabs her, turns to Birdie, and is like, I told you this was a bad idea.
No, I think she's making some good
then-
progress. If you interrupt her now, she'll never unlock her 37th chakra, Lucas.
Birdie, I don't give a flying fuck about your 37th chakra.
It's not ours, it's hers!
Every chakra 100 and shove it up your ass right now. And he runs back to the ladder. And is like gonna prop her up against the ladder and sort of like just stay guard over Mick's body.
Oh, precious. Precious baby. Yeah. So you can wake up, you can come to just kind of like slowly coming back to reality, like a slow receding of like pain. And you can, come back to, I guess, to Lucas's face in your face.
No, well, it's probably his back. 'Cause he's
His
like
back.
watching everything to make sure nothing comes after us.
That's the noise that Mick makes.
Oh, Lucas whips around. Is like, Mick, are you there? What happened? Are you okay?
No.
We need to go. This is not good.
This is not good.
I will say the feeling that you felt when you were experiencing the red light feels like here, like when you were experiencing the that altered state, it felt like this place, like you can tell that you're close to the source of this.
No, it's not good. But Lucas, if we don't fix it, this is just gonna keep happening. You just gotta go smack it with your hockey stick.
Why do we have to fix it?
Because everybody else is seeing the red light and dying.
Well, apparently you're starting to see it too.
That's why we have to fix it.
Okay, fine. We get one more chance to get further down, and then we're leaving. I'm not letting us get stuck here. He pulls you up.
Great.
What is Birdie doing?
Birdie's in the other room, she knows you guys will come back when your minds are ready. She's just meditating next to this,
You
this
muted
robot.
yourself, Sarah.
Nothing really changed while Mick was out, so nothing seemed
Except
different.
she had the lights, so
Yeah,
really
Oh,
meeting
yeah.
your shadow self.
she's meeting her shadow self. Her injured child, inner child.
Okay, I'll come
Okay,
back with
we
Lucas.
come back.
Gonna
So you have
stomp this robot's head.
you got this robot, you got stairs going
I'm
down.
not gonna stomp
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
robot's
stomp
head.
the robot's head.
Okay, you can do that. You don't have to. I mean, unless you want to force.
No.
Okay.
Can we get any parts out of it?
can tell that you're really feeling a lot of anger. Keep that up. It'll come in handy.
Okay. Our goal is no more robot confrontations. We don't meet any robots. We don't look at any robots. We see any robots.
We
I
close
take them
our
out
eyes.
immediately.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I
close
think the
our
next.
eyes. Good plan.
Okay. I think we're gonna see another robot. I'm gonna prepare you for that one. I don't want you to
We're
get.
closing our eyes, remember?
We can't see a
Okay.
robot if we have our eyes closed.
Exactly.
But they can
I
probably.
can
Okay.
swing with my eyes closed, I promise. I've
Okay.
done it many times. It usually
Okay.
works.
You got those stairs going down, and you got those
Is
sounds
there
coming from
screaming
the
coming
down.
from both of them? Can I tell that they go to the same spot?
They go the same spot. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
equal. It's both of them are just projecting these terrifying noises upward.
Okay. You know how when you're trying to get a child to do something they don't want to do, you give them two options of two things they wouldn't want to do, but they
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
pick. So I'll be like,
yeah.
okay, Lucas, left or right?
You're trying to
Left.
give them a sense of control.
Yeah.
Okay,
It doesn't
left,
work. No one
left,
feels in control of this situation.
left staircase. It is. You guys go on down unless otherwise determined.
Mhm.
You see that um it's still really dark. Like there's really just thankfully you have this lantern. Like these robots have been living in basically darkness. And you come up down the stairs and you take a look around, and it's the same size as the room before, like pretty large, but you can see that there are like cells on the edge of all of them, on the edge of the room. So like, 4 different cells that kind of open up into this area. And in each of the cells, you can see that the robots, for the most part, have made like a room, that's like where they sleep. That's like their room. They each one robot per cell. And they see you come down and they don't do anything.
Are they in their bedrooms?
Yeah, they're just sitting quietly in their bedrooms, like just watching,
Looking at
not
us?
talking to each other, just looking ahead. These robots are even more jacked up than the vagabond robots. They're like missing bits and bobs.
Do the
And
doors look sturdy and like they can lock from the outside?
it was, yeah, I mean, it was a lab, so whatever doors you think would be like on cells for labs, that's what they got in there. And you can see out of the corner of your eye there's some movement, like frantic movement happening. And if you look over there, you can see that there is Dr. Liv
Screaming?
gesturing to you silently. She's not talking. She's just like
Oh, is there still screaming though?
they're still screaming coming
Oh, so
still
it's
from
not
below
her though.
you.
Okay. Oh, well, I'll be like, look, it's Dr. Liv.
Where?
Right this way. I'll go. Okay, I'll lead you.
Everyone's got their eyes closed except for you.
Okay.
She's like frantically ushering us over?
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
she's locked up. Like the other
Oh.
robots have their doors open. Like she is
Oh,
in a
she's
cell,
in a cell.
locked up. She is.
Oh, okay. Do they react when we walk over to her cell?
They do not move. No.
Okay, great, perfect. I'll be like, okay, guys, you keep your eyes closed. It was a statue of a robot. There wasn't actually any robots. Just keep your eyes closed, though, for practice.
Great.
Good
I
practice.
take them through the room filled with robots over to Dr. Liv.
You get to like the cell and Dr. Liv like presses her face up to up to the bars to see you guys. And she sees there's only one person available to talk.
I can be talked to just because my
Yeah.
eyes are closed.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, Lucas, okay. I'll like cover the sides of his face like a horse
Robot
and put him next to her. Be like, okay, now open, there's a human.
Dr. Liv, what's happening?
She's like, you need to stop it. You need to turn it off. I never meant for it to
What?
be like this. This was meant to end wars, not do this.
What are you talking about? What is it doing?
The birthing apparatus. You need to shut it down.
Lucas is like, ma'am, I don't want to talk about this.
You need to kill the
I'm too young
machine
for this.
fetus. Listen to me. You need to kill the machine fetus.
Man, what you're asking for is illegal in 47 states.
We're in Sweden now.
Where is it?
Downstairs on the 3rd floor. They kidnapped me.
Duh. Why are the robots not doing anything? Where are they all down there?
She's like, no, this is most of them. Their leader, there's like their leader Jane and a few others, but
Jane.
that's Jane. I didn't make the rules.
I'm like, no,
Oh my
Dr. Liv,
gosh.
you're fine. There's no robots in this room.
No robots.
Yeah, she's just basically like,
Okay, well,
there's only a few other, like, this is the most.
how do you shut it off?
She's like, okay, so there is there's a power distribution panel, which you can find on the 3rd floor, and it's in a room to the right of the cave.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll shove Lucas over.
He closes his eyes when it's black. There's a
Why are you
cough.
guys doing this? What is this about?
You don't get asked questions right now.
She's like, I went to 3 different universities. I can ask all the questions I
You're
want.
the one in the cell.
You're our prisoner now.
You, girl. She points at Mick, who's doing this. What do you want?
Tell me about this power distribution panel.
You have got to override the circuits by increasing the electricity.
Yeah, duh.
That's that you just got to cause it to
Okay.
overload. I don't care how you do
Miss,
it.
I went to 3 universities.
Yeah, I feel like she probably says like a lot of high-tech words, and it's like, yeah, okay, of course. What else?
Okay,
Like-
also, PF Liv, if that is your real name. Who's this trial subject you had to terminate, huh?
Well, it was supposed to be this, and then they took me before I could terminate it.
Why were you terminating it if it was supposed to end all wars?
Because it's unstoppable and it's in terrible pain, and we can feel every single thing that it experiences, which is constant
What's
pain.
it?
What's it? The machine fetus.
I did not like it.
I don't want to hear anymore. Let's just get to that supply panel. Do you have anything else to tell
She's
us
like, it
that's
was my
important?
perfect plan.
Shut up.
Stop!
If you weren't already locked up, I would beat you up.
These bars are now here for your safety.
Okay,
What happened to the rabbits?
What level
could
are we
you-
on right now?
You're on the 2nd floor.
So we have to go up?
No,
You're going down.
the-
Down. It
yeah.
only
It's
goes
Swedish
down.
numbering floor system.
Negative
some
3.
some things that go down into the ground go up as you go further. Like
To the center of the earth.
in Stargate.
Yeah,
That's exactly what this
it's
is.
not out yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
It is out. Anyway,
Okay,
PF
PF
Liv.
Liv. Dr. Liv. If you are a doctor.
I am a doctor. Who
Are
are
you
you?
a life
I'm
coach?
snot nose. I am.
Okay, this machine fetus. We kill it, or we just have to overload the placenta somehow.
You overload the the power distribution panel that will break the birthing apparatus.
Wait. What is being birthed?
The machine fetus.
No, but it was just one?
Yes, just one.
How is that your perfect plan? One machine fetus?
Because I could.
I don't
take
want to
it-
hear any more from you.
Oh, she's like, "What do you want from me? Do you want answers or not?" She's like, "Stop! If you're not going to talk to me, go and shut it down."
Should we get her out?
She's like,
No.
"Just watch out for Jane."
No, we're not letting.
We
She's
don't gotta let her out.
no, she's staying here forever.
Okay, let's try and make it to the 3rd floor.
What? Well, you said now. Okay, I don't need to do this. I'm doing it for a dramatic effect. You said, "Watch out for Jane."
Yeah.
What-
She's
what is
missing
she-
an eye.
Yes, but what does she do?
Well, they have these cattle prods. And that's how they got me to come with them to the bunker. So just watch out that you don't get shocked.
Great. You've been a lot of help.
She's
Okay.
like, "You can let me out. I'll do it."
No. You're still in timeout.
I'm a
Mm-mm.
doctor.
You're still in advanced timeout, ma'am.
There is one staircase leading down to the 3rd floor that the screams are
Hey,
emanating
Yep.
from, and sawing, the sounds of drilling and sawing.
we
and
take it. Should we sneak? Preemptively? I don't know how much we can really sneak with a light.
Yeah.
Is there like a soft red glow coming from the 3rd floor?
There is like a pale gray glow. That's such a great question. There
Pale
is no
gray
s-
glow.
Yeah. In fact, I have a very discreet answer to this. It is like, construction lights or like airplane lights kind of level
Oh,
of
so it
lighting.
is lit down there?
Yeah, but not
Oh,
bright, but like you can
that's fine.
follow.
Wait. Well, turn that lantern
Turn
off.
the lantern off.
Okay. Attempt to sneak.
Attempt to
Down
sneak.
to the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Hopefully.
It'll go great. I have 1 dice now. Uh-oh.
I'm
What?
gonna check. Oh, I should just re-roll it.
You
Abby,
should just
when does
re-roll.
extended trouble start?
Whenever you want it to.
Okay, I will
But-
say, yeah. ahead.
It's like there have to be action, like when we get into the situation, and then there's actionable things that each person can do. Like it doesn't make sense for it to be now.
Yeah,
because
I was
all
thinking
have to
right
make it
after
down
this.
there. Yes.
So if you guys all sneak in there, that's extended trouble.
Okay, well, I'm going to
And then the
check.
this
Scare
sneak
memory
could
roll.
make it more or less difficult, the extended trouble, depending on how it goes.
Well, I'm sneaking down.
Don't worry, I got this.
Woohoo!
Believe in you.
I believe in you.
Now, okay. I
could
have
leave. Ooh.
I have a +1 mark spiritual person into photography. I have written this down from when I had a extra success before. Is that person PF Live?
Wait, say that again?
I write every time I get extra successes and I get bonus die. I
That
write
was
down.
PF Live, yes.
I
Yes.
write down. So okay. So I have an extra die when I am doing something PF Live related. Can
All
I?
PF live.
I'm PF Live wise.
Yes, okay. How are you PF Live sneaking into this?
I'm gonna say PF Live. They know you're here, so start screaming and cover our tracks. I know you're into photography, and I will break your camera if you don't. They care about their cameras, I think.
Um
I'm just gonna roll.
I don't think that works. But if it makes you feel better, I'll let you use that dice.
Ooh.
I will. Maybe I'm exhausted because I stayed up all night.
Yeah, probably. And your mom is gone.
And okay, well, I'm gonna
She's
uncheck that, and I'm
very
going to recheck upset. Okay, great.
Oh, that's good.
That was a
Nice.
good reroll.
Nice,
Get that extra
nice.
success.
There you go.
Thank
Nick,
you.
no
Thank
problem.
you.
Okay, we sneak down,
Mhm.
timing our tumbles and steps with
With the screams.
the
Yep.
screams and the
And the saws.
saws.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what they're using a saw for.
It's a big fetus.
You'll find out.
Oh,
No.
I don't want to. I'm gonna close my eyes when I get down there.
Okay. So this will start your extended trouble.
Mhm.
You enter the room. It's normal difficulty, so I think that's 3 times the amount of players. So that's 9 successes.
Possible.
I forgot how hard extended trouble is.
Oh my god.
You can pay for extra successes though
Yeah.
with
And
conditions.
pay for extra successes with conditions. And technically, you guys are higher rolling
Mhm.
than
And
we
we
were.
only have to get half.
Oh, okay, that's
And then
right.
you can pay with
And
successes.
then you can pay with
But
conditions.
you have to get half.
You have to get
Yeah.
half to pay with conditions. And then if you
And then-
get to half, you have like a
Conditions, yeah.
partial success.
Okay.
If you don't,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought there was something too. Like if you pay for successes, it's not the same as if you get a
Yeah.
full natural success.
Natural success is the best win
Yeah.
condition.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, set the scene for us. I'm
Okay.
ready to be horrified.
A metal staircase leads down to the 3rd floor. You see a totem pole, and it opens up into a big, natural-looking cave. And there's a totem pole in the middle of the room, constructed from pieces of the totem clan that have donated, that have died after donating parts to themselves to the machine fetus. So there's just a huge totem pole that rises 4 meters into the air, and it's made out of countless arms, legs, hands, and feet welded together in honor of their noble sacrifice to create this new life. The machine fetus itself lies on some tarps next to the pole. It's a formless lump of organic tissue and mechanical and electric components. It's about 5 meters long.
That's a couple times, all right.
The thing throbs and twitches. Clusters of swollen eyes stare desperately into the night, and 10 mouths scream in pain all at once. Across the body,
What kind of fetuses has this lady ever seen? got 3 degrees and not one of them is in fetus.
Diodes flash, gears grind, deformed limbs claw at the darkness. A pool of blood and other bodily fluids have formed around the being. Cables connected to it disappear into a small room where the power station can be found. The leader of the clan, Jane, and 2 other vagabonds work in the room with drills and saws and strange badminton-like racket implements to make sure that the fetus keeps growing and doesn't fall apart. So they're constantly like re-screwing this and like taking parts of themselves and reattaching them to this fetus because it's kind of like dying over and over again essentially until they like force it back into this mishapen shape.
Where are they getting this organic material? I don't want to know, but like,
They don't tell me. We don't know. I don't know either.
All natural. Okay.
You can tell just things are sinking into place for you. You're all like, aha. Mick, you're like, this is the feeling that I felt. Like, this is what that was. And you too, Birdie, you're like, oh, like that flash of red was me perceiving from the perspective of this fetus. And somehow it is just constantly blasting this empathetic wave of intense pain, like just to the vicinity, to the area, and it's getting worse as time goes on. So you know that if you kill it by force or by pulling the cables, that it will lead to an incredibly painful death that everybody will feel.
okay.
So you can't just like
But
bludgeon it
overriding
or,
the
like,
power is the good way to kill it?
but overriding the
Electrifying it
power,
to death?
yes, increasing the electricity running through the birthing apparatus causes an overload, and the power using the power distribution panel, that's somehow faster than it just like pulling the plug or coup de grace.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, and so you do have those 3 robots in the room tending to it, if you want to call it that.
I don't.
And you know, that there it is.
They haven't seen us.
You guys snuck quite well, so they have not seen you. But you have to get to this. I mean, if you want to do what PF Liv said, you have to, cross the cave to get into this small room that has the power station. So they'll probably see you. There's nothing else in this room besides the machine fetus, a totem pole, and this mechanism. So
And we each get one like action, right? And then we get to
Yeah.
roll on that. And story-wise, we just have to overload. Like we have to, yeah.
you have to
Which I can
successfully
do.
overload the power distribution.
I guess we go through and say what we're going to do first, and
Yeah.
then we pay. Okay, so that's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna overload the power distribution.
Are you gonna roll like tinker or calculate?
Probably tinker makes more sense, or
Yeah, it says manipulate machines or other mechanical items.
yeah, program doesn't make. Yeah, I think tinker's the closest.
Yeah. I think Lucas is gonna run interference and play defense and keep the 3 robots away.
Yeah, cattle prods are basically electric
Hockey
or hawker
sticks.
sticks. Hockey
Yeah.
sticks, yeah.
And I brought my
Cool.
pads, so I'm fine.
Nice. Okay.
I'm
I'm
immune.
going
Are you
to.
rolling force or move?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll force with my hockey stick.
I'm going to open my mind, unlock my 37th chakra, and empathize with the mechanical fetus, and I will give it soothing thoughts. I want to connect with it and let it know that it was not brought into this world of its own choice, but we're gonna take it out also of it's not its own choice. It's gonna be painless. So it needs to go quietly into that
Into
dark
the
night
night.
and not hurt anybody. It's
Okay.
not you. It's
It
just
is you, but it's not
it's
your fault.
it's not your fault.
Okay. I feel like this is almost a charm roll.
Oh.
I don't want it to be.
I know you want it to be empathized.
How do you charm?
I guess charm. If you're like befriending it, I
No,
guess. Okay.
I'm not befriending. I'm really like,
You're
in
not
a sense, trying
convinced.
to get it to calm down so it's not like projecting these thoughts. Like I'm almost trying to overpower it.
She's like
Okay.
mitigating the potential damage it could
Yeah.
wreak.
Okay.
That, or I was gonna say if you could, I don't know, investigate weaknesses in the 3 robots to help me, or investigate a path, something. I don't know.
Sure. Technically empathize is about finding a weakness. So if
Mhm.
you wanted to make it about that, which doesn't make sense for the actual term of what empathize really means. Um, ba, 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 ba. Like, yeah, we'll just say for now, just we'll call it empathize, but know that it's more about empathize is less about you affecting a thing and more about you understanding how they're feeling or like what they're doing or what they're about, kind of a deal. Like,
Okay.
since it usually gives you questions.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go first?
Feel
I'll go
like
first.
you, me, and then Abby brings it home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna force. Oh, we're gonna try and force. Try and force with hockey stick. And Lucas is gonna grab his hockey stick. He's gonna kinda
Feel like once you grab your hockey sticks, the robots like see that you're there.
Yeah. He grabs the hockey stick, he like steps out from behind like a crate or something. He like normally, you like clack sticks in hockey, so he's gonna like
Mhm.
clack his stick against one of the crates to like get their
Mhm.
attention.
Mhm.
And then he's gonna just like go, I don't know. Let's hit the ice, boys! And just running at them, and just like juking and like trying to bat at their
Hey,
prods,
who are
their
you?
legs. And he's gonna roll 2
Nice.
successes.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Okay. Okay, so I feel like you do that and the robots are just like they're trying to protect the fetus. They think that you're there to like hit the fetus. So you see Jane turn and like look at you and go, "Don't hurt my baby." And she they start kind of like fencing or hockey stick fighting with this cattle prod.
Yeah.
But all eyes are on you.
Okay. I walk up to the mechanical fetus, take out a piece of jasper.
Hmm. Good choice.
I don't touch it. I sort of poke it with the jasper.
I would not get that
It
close.
undulates
It undulates, and
and the
I
eyes roll at like it's trying
and
to
I
focus
open
on
my
you.
mind to this mechanical fetus,
Mhm.
and I tell it that nobody loves it in this world, so we're really doing it a favor.
You channel your best guru pedal. Soothing intentions.
Soothing intentions. Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. All right. The robots are distracted.
I'm gonna scurry on over to this power distribution area. And I'm
thought
gonna
you could
start
take
like
it there.
fiddling with stuff. I'm gonna pull out some like wire cutters and start cutting some stuff. And then at the very end, I'm gonna take the battery that I used, like put together for this lantern. I'm gonna like shove it in somewhere and I'm
Nice.
gonna load the system.
Nice. I love it.
AAA battery.
It's a very delicate instruments, though. They really
Yes.
need very little extra electricity. Okay.
Can I use the lantern bonuses?
Yes.
Not 23 extra dice.
That would be nice.
23.
Ooh,
That'd be
that's not
great.
good.
Ooh. All right.
I guess
So
that
we
is
got
half, though.
5,
It is
which is
half.
over half.
You want to re-roll it? Maybe get more.
Should I?
No, because we can't get a perfect success unless you
So
do really,
if the
really well.
number of successes rolled is more than half the threat level, the teens may check additional conditions to get more 6s in order to reach a compromise.
Okay.
Each check condition counts as an extra success.
Yeah.
And you can make yourself broken if you want to. The teen who rolled the least amount of 6s, if there is one, checks her conditions first
Okay.
until she is broken. And she takes a scar.
Wait.
Oh, so you just keep checking them? Like Abby keeps checking?
No, I don't know if that
No,
means.
I don't think so. I think if she wanted to, she could check first.
The teen
Wait,
who
no,
rolled
read
the
that
least
again.
The
Yeah.
teen who rolled the least amount of 6s, if there is more than one, roll a die to randomly select one of them. Checks her conditions first until she is broken. It says until she is broken.
Until she is broken.
Doesn't it say the teens can check, like...
The teens can make themselves broken to succeed if they want to.
I think Abby
Maybe
has
I will
to start.
reroll.
So maybe I will reroll.
No, I don't... Doesn't it say earlier that the teens can check to reach up to the success?
If the number of successes rolled is more than half the threat level, the teens may check additional conditions to get more 6s in order to reach a compromise.
But that's saying like the teens is a group.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And
I
then
mean,
it's-
that makes sense.
And being broken's not as bad in this one as it was in the other one, right?
You get a scar and then...
No, it's worse.
But a scar is like another free shame, so then you get like more.
yeah, so I
automatic
think it's-
But you
successes.
only get to check your scar once, whereas your
Yeah,
shame
yeah,
you get to check per scene.
I like this. I like Abby checks until
I
she's
like it
broken, and
too.
then it comes to me or you, Sean, and we keep going until we have enough.
Yeah, I like
Well,
it.
I think that, yeah.
It makes sense because otherwise
don't
you could just gamify it and not
Yeah.
It
never
makes
get
sense.
broken.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have to roll if 2 people were tied.
Yeah.
Because it says if there's more than one, roll a die randomly to select one of them to go first. Like who's the one that has to go first to check until they're broken.
Sure, whatever. It's not my problem.
You
All
should
right.
probably re-roll at this point. Though,
I think
Abby.
I should, yeah. I'll mark injured and
Okay.
reroll.
Oh,
Is the
Get a little
reroll button
shocky
work?
shock.
5.
Same.
No,
well,
I
that's
need
actually
one
worse
more
because
die.
now you have more conditions.
Yeah.
It didn't roll right,
Yeah,
though, yeah.
that- so I got 2.
So
So you got
same.
2. Okay.
same. No improvement. Okay.
Yay, I'm broken! But we got 9, so there we go.
We got all the way to 9?
Yeah.
No. Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, you took 3 conditions?
Mhm.
Yeah. Including
Okay.
broken.
Well, you
Oh
don't want to be
wait,
the lowest
but we
roll.
all wait.
But then we all tied.
We
with
all
your
tied, so we
reroll.
have to reroll.
That's what I was
for
just thinking. You guys got 2, and now one person has to be the odd person out that rolls to be the broken one.
Wait, what?
Well,
we each got
wait.
2 successes.
So
Oh.
how do
after my
you
reroll?
how does the roll
Oh.
work?
I think we
I
just roll
see.
off for who's
The teen who rolled the least amount of 6s, if there is more than one, roll a die to randomly select one of them. So they don't
we
tell me
can
how the
each
roll
roll a
works.
d20 and then whoever gets the lowest loses.
Yeah. The
A
loser.
D20. Do a
Yeah.
D6.
A D6.
But
okay.
a d6 is way more chance of us overlapping.
It's a
each
D6
other.
system,
Yeah, and then
though.
yeah, it's fine.
You just keep
I get
narrowing
it.
it down.
It's got to keep instant playoff.
Okay. 3. Uh-oh.
You better roll good.
Abby, it was your destiny.
Still
That's
broken.
okay. I'm excited.
Because if it was me or Logan, we would be fine.
Okay, so you are broken. Yay, I have to learn those rules. Da 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 da. How do you think that plays out while you're using this electricity?
I think I just electrocute myself.
Really bad.
Like
Really
where?
bad.
I think
Where?
you
Like
electrocute yourself, but it creates like a weird
Connection.
backflow with
Mm.
the
Mm.
fetus, and so it's like you get the vision again, but 100 times worse, and it's of it
That's
actually
good.
dying.
And then you become a
Oh.
5-meter long amalgamation that undulates.
Maybe
You get
not
cool
that one.
electricity
her
scars, like you were
consciousness
struck by
goes into
lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, you switch, and now you're playing mechanical fetus in
Oh
mixed body.
yeah,
Like Freaky Friday.
yeah, you freaky Friday. uh,
Okay. Do you have any concrete choices out of those many we supplied to you, Abby? You just want to be shocked.
Well, I'm
What
reading
is a
about the
scar
example.
mechanically?
It's just like there's examples. So it's mom told me she wishes I'd never been born. That's a little dramatic.
That's a little traumatic.
I almost drowned. I've lost 3 fingers on my left hand. Life feels empty and meaningless. I hear voices at night. People I trust end up betraying me, and long scar across my left cheek from a knife.
I
I mean, a bad electric shock's gonna mess you up.
feel like it should be something not physical, because that's less fun.
Could be emotional. I mean, you could be traumatic from experiencing the visions.
You can
Yeah.
heal your scars by performing heroic and self-sacrificing actions.
You can, yeah.
Wow.
Because you don't want to accumulate too many scars.
Um I mean, maybe you're a little dicey around electronics.
Where are we putting scars? So,
I don't think there's a
No
good
hide
spot.
out.
You can
Okay.
put it under
Yeah.
items or relationships.
Oh, items is a good idea. Yeah, let me brainstorm for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to decide right now what the scar is. We'll just know that you're broken.
What does
A big
Jane do?
electric shock happens. You succeed. Birdie, you can feel just this whoosh of electricity go through, and instantly the pain that was in this machine fetus's eyes, lightens, and it just like breathes a sigh of pure relief, and it just everything goes dead, and Jane sees the electric flash, and like hears this kind of like silence in place of all these screams, and goes next to the fetus and goes, my baby, and just like starts sobbing. And the other machines you were fighting just kind of like drop their cattle prods in defeat, and just are kind of like hanging their heads, and you can see that the eye that was on Jane's face is in what was the machine fetus, and like the hand that was on that robot is part of the machine fetus. So there's just like this sense of like defeat, like it was this just futile dream has gone from them. And Jane kind of composes herself, and is basically like, it's all over now. There's nothing I can do now. It was all for nothing. And she just like quietly like starts going upstairs to leave, and the other robots follow her. And you can hear her opening the cell door to PF Live as she
No, keep that one closed.
Oh
And
my gosh.
they all leave and disperse. You assume to go back to the shaman and their like little encampment. But they let out PF Liv unless you roll to stop her. But
Oh, I was gonna
She's
free her
fine.
anyways.
yeah, so Liv, you know, you hear Liv like, oh, thank God, it's over. And unless you want to go talk to her, she's gonna go back to her house.
I'm sure she'll haunt us again soon.
No, I don't want to go talk to her. I hope she's not a reoccurring character. Like,
She's our new
Um,
Lena.
She's a new Lena.
she's
PF
PF Liv.
Lena.
Lena
PF
2.0.
Lena.
PF Liv. Yeah, so they just all go clear out,
okay.
and you guys can go to school now.
Yeah. I think Lucas goes over to find Mick if she didn't come out away from the panel. I don't know.
She's
Are you like
performing
collapsed?
corpse pose.
Yeah, do you think you have? Yeah, you're like,
Laying on the ground.
you need to like separate yourself from this death experience that you just experienced
Yeah.
secondhand.
Okay. Ooh. So yeah. So Lucas will like run over to her, be like, "This is the second time. What? I don't understand." And like check to make sure that you're still breathing before scooping you up and quickly making an exit with Birdie.
She's just holding the turquoise that Birdie gave.
Uh,
I'll walk over. Oh no, that won't do it. And I'll sit down and be
I
like,
feel like
"Need advanced turquoise."
your hair is probably sticking up at funny
Mhm.
angles from being shocked. Great. Okay, so you guys go to school.
As we're walking up
No,
casually,
I
I'm
think
like,
I drop her off at home.
if it makes you feel better, Mick, the fetus really had a painless death. That was its only moment of happiness was right when it was dying.
No.
I think you did something really nice for it.
Uh-huh.
You took its pain, and that was the only gift it ever received. I'm so proud of you.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, are we dropping Mick off and going to school?
Lucas is going to school.
Are you able to speak, Mick? Are you just still
No, she's like in a state of shock.
okay?
No pun
Okay,
intended.
got it.
I'll stay with Mick.
Oh, that's so nice.
If Alex comes home, I'll throw rocks at him till he leaves.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm assuming Mick's dad is like already at the florist shop. It starts bright and early, so he like doesn't even know that Mick came home.
Yeah. Just say she wasn't feeling good.
Okay, so I'll say you go to school, Lucas, and you see that the principal calls everybody in and has to make an announcement that Mark has passed away and that everybody, there needs to be
Lucas is like looking around like, oh, yep. Oh, that's so sad. I really miss him. Didn't know that at all.
and
Such a
everybody's really
surprise.
sad, and there's gonna be a ceremony on this afternoon for anybody who wants to come, and his aunt is just really sad, and they're gonna be there, and yada yada. Now go to class. And
Really
yeah,
good
that
emotional counseling
is
from this principal.
the end of Extended Trouble. You guys can have an everyday life scene.
Wait, what's our compromise? Do we get a no? Because we had to get successes? Or we had to buy successes?
Your compromise is that PF Liv,
Oh, escaped.
yeah, is
Lives
that
to
large.
ruin
I
us
was gonna
another
give her a
day.
talking to, but I didn't.
PF Liv is at large and unrepentant. Let's put it that way.
Oh god.
I'll make her repent.
We're gonna be twins next time.
Um. So yeah, she feels no remorse for Mark's death. Does not
Wow.
feel any remorse for her machine fetus or imposing a terrible empathetic strain upon
What a bad mom.
the entire region. Yeah. So that is the compromise.
Don't like that lady.
Don't like that lady. But
It's always the mad
otherwise,
scientist.
everybody kind of thinks they were like, something weird was happening. You hear the teachers being like, I heard in the news that the reason why we had these weird visions was technical malfunctions at the sewer treatment facility. So, now that that's all taken care of, I'm really feeling so much better. I thought these headaches were just all about me, but who knew? It's the water.
Chlorine gas, giving birth, same
Still a
thing.
really bad sign. Oh.
Yay!
Woo!
Yay.
First one done. Crazy as always.
Crazy as always. Also, just so you know, the school dance is coming up.
Oh.
That is what
School dance.
the school dance is happening in 2 weeks.
We're too
So
cool for dances.
but you're in a sport, so you're kind of morally obligated to be a part of it. Anyway, so I will say, as far as outside school life activities,
Fun.
that is the thing on the horizon. It's
I
a
think we've
fun
all
90's
just been
dance party.
traumatized. Too
Yeah.
traumatized for a dance.
That's not how that works, Sean. You're never too traumatized for a dance.
You now have to go to the dance and become socially traumatized.
That's true. Experience the high school, teenage social trauma of dances.
Yes. So there you go. I think we might end it here just so that everyone can understand the ramifications
that
of
moment.
everything that happened today. And we'll open with some everyday life scenes
Perfect.
next time. So won't be next week, but the week after, because next week is, what's that game again? Blades in
this
the
one?
Dark.
Blades in the Dark.
The One Ring.
It's the One Ring. No, we're playing none of those things. We're playing Burning Wheel. Don't listen to us. So if this wasn't traumatizing enough for you, you can join us for Burning Wheel and be traumatized by the undead.
No
And
fetuses in the game I run. I'll just verbalize that.
There are lots of children, which are
demon children
Yeah.
potential.
I'll take a full child over whatever that was.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you know how many full children you'd have to fit in a 10-meter
5 meter.
You said 10
Only
meter.
She said 5.
No, 10 mouths.
10
5
mouths,
meters.
5 meters.
Numerous
Oh,
eyes.
I converted meters to feet. I think that was my.
Oh, it did have a lot of feet.
15 feet.
It was
more than that.
it was a real hard time for Abby. We knew that it was not going to be good. So, okay, well, there will hopefully be no fetuses next week. That's all I can say.
We better not roll.
Machine fetus appears again.
Yikes.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
See you next week.